Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1984. Today, we're going to talk about King's Quest. The story of King's Quest takes us back to Sierra Online. We have talked about Sierra Online several times before. They were responsible for Mystery House. We last talked in depth about Sierra Online in our video on Wizard and the Princess. Since then, Sierra had been creating games and working as a publisher for other developers. As we discussed in our Honorable Mentions Part 1 video, IBM reached out to Sierra to create games for their upcoming IBM PC Junior. This happened in late 1982, and that is when the development of King's Quest started. Arthur Abraham began working on a prototype for a game engine. This would be named the Game Adaptation Language, which was designed for an interactive graphic adventure game. Abraham would be removed from the project, but the game engine, which would become the Adventure Game Interpreter, would be used for the final game. Roberta Williams, who had designed both Mystery House and Wizard and the Princess, was the head writer and designer for the game. 6 programmers would also work on the game for a total of 18 months. Those would include Charles Tingley and Ken McNeil. The art for the game would be done by Doug McNeil and Greg Rowland. The sound was composed by Ken Allen. Most of this was done with the backing of IBM, who paid most of the $850,000 needed for development, over $2.4 million in 2022. IBM demanded a sophisticated and replayable adventure game and used the game in their advertisements for the new IBM PC Junior. King's Quest is a graphical adventure game. The player plays as Sir Graham. Sir Graham will walk through the screens with animations for the actions that the character can take. This would be represented in a pseudo 3D environment, with Graham's sprite able to go behind objects on the screen. While most of the action is done using commands that can be typed in, Graham also moves in the basic 4 directions with the keyboard or joystick. Sierra and IBM released King's Quest for the IBM PC Junior on May 10, 1984. The game was also released for the IBM PC on May 31, 1984. That is a short backstory to King's Quest. With that now told, it's time to read from the manual for a bit of the setting of the game. In particular, we will read from a section named The King's Appeal. It reads, "In the kingdom of Daventry, King Edward is dying. Although his kingdom had been wealthy in the past, recent disasters have brought hardship to his loyal subjects. To make matters worse, the king has no wife, children, or relatives to inherit the throne. Unless the king's quest is fulfilled, the country will be doomed. King Edward calls his bravest knight, Sir Graham, to the throne. The noble knight bows before the king and asks, 'Your Royal Highness, what may I do for you?' The weakened king answers, 'Sir Graham, Daventry is now a poor country, desperately in need of help to overcome its misfortunes. Recently I have heard tales of 3 magical objects that would end Daventry's troubles. I am an old man, Sir Graham, and my death is near. I am depending on you to search the countryside and find these 3 objects. If you do, the throne will be yours.' Sir Graham eagerly questions the king. 'Please, your majesty, what are these 3 objects?' King Edward wearily looks at the knight and says, 'You need to find a jewel-inlaid treasure chest that refills with gold coins every time it is emptied. Also, an enchanted mirror exists, revealing the future to the beholder. Finally, there is a magic shield that fends off all enemies. With these objects, Daventry will never be poor again. The knight declares, "Nothing would give me more pleasure, my king, than to capture these items. Where do I start?" "That, Sir Graham, is what you must find out. I only know they are in the kingdom of Daventry, and are guarded by dangerous characters. It's an extremely risky task that could be fatal. Go now, Sir Graham, but be careful. Please do not fail me or your kingdom." Quietly, Sir Graham leaves the room and hurries down the hallway of the royal palace. "A jewel-inlaid treasure chest, an enchanted mirror, and a magic shield," he murmurs. "But where will I find them?" Sir Graham promises himself that he will not return to the king until he has found the magical objects. With determination, he leaves the castle and begins his quest. With that now told, it's time to play the game for ourselves. And here we are in the game, or at least a version of the game once again. This is King's Quest. As you can see here, it does say Quest for the Crown. That was not originally in the name of the game, but it is in this version, which I believe came out in 1987. Now, before I hit escape and actually get into the game itself, I do kind of want to warn you that there's some music in this intro, and the music is not particularly good. I would not say it aged well, but, you know, for 1984 PCs, that's basically what you're going to get. So let's go ahead and hit escape and get into the game. Let's just go ahead and get in now. So that was Green Sleeves, the song's name. That was supposedly written by Henry VIII, but I don't know. I don't know enough about history to say whether that is fully true, but they say it's true. All right, so we are now in control of Sir Graham, and we're outside the castle of Daventry here. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is try to get more of a higher score, but we need to get inside the castle in order to do that. This bridge has killed many people, so you can use the arrow keys. You hit the button once and he actually just keeps going. So if you try to board this, board's not the right word. Press the button again to get him to stop. If you try to approach it from the right side as if it's a 3D bridge, you will die. So you want to kind of go up a little bit more than you think you should. Otherwise, you will just end up in the water. All right, so off we go. This version of the game allows me to have several different speeds and stuff like that. We're just going to play it on normal. Okay, so let's keep on going this way. And there is the door in. So we will head in. Well, open door. The huge doors swing open slowly. Hooray. And we've made it inside the castle. And now we begin the long walk. We did get 1 point for that one. Hooray. Then we need to go all the way north and to the west. We'll just try to stay on the center of the carpet here. Yeah, this game's not going to go very quickly, but it is definitely one that I am going to enjoy playing. I already know going in. All right, we'll stop. We're probably not supposed to be all the way at the top here. So we will bow. It would show more respect if you were closer and in front of King Edward. Oh, need to actually be up here. Like, is it okay if I approach your majesty? Bow. Is proper to stand directly in front of and a few paces back from King Edward when addressing his eminence. How close do I need to be? All right, that's as close as they're going to let me go. Approach there. How about there? Bow. Bow there. Like, I thought that I needed to be actually down the stairs, so that's what I'm going to go with. Bow from there. There we go! When you bow to King Edward, his pleased smile warms you. I dropped my hat, but luckily he let me pick that up. He's a kind king. Didn't execute me on the spot. All right, let's talk to the king. When you speak to King Edward, he sighs and says, Sir Graham, I am an old man. I fear my end is near. I have chosen you to prove yourself worthy of the throne. As you know, our kingdom is weak and poor. I have knowledge of the existence of 3 things that would make our kingdom wealthy and strong. Somewhere within our kingdom there is a magic mirror that tells the future. There is a magic shield that will protect the bearer from mortal harm. Finally, there is a magic chest that is always filled with gold coins. Go, Sir Graham. Go and bring me back these treasures. If you succeed, you will inherit the throne. All right, well, that is what we have to do. We kind of already knew that from the manual, but not everybody reads the manual, so I will accept it. And we got 4 points now. All right, we're ready to go now. We are done. So let's just take our leave, get out of here. It's going to take a little bit. I am not centered anymore. Like I said, the game kind of has a pseudo 3D environment, and every once in a while things aren't necessarily aligned the way that you think they should be. For instance, I was dead center in the last screen, and now I'm slightly on the right. I don't know. Okay, make sure to stop here. You don't want to walk into that. Okay, let's go west. Actually, I'm going to hit... in this version, it's F5, and I'll save the game. And we'll do KQ1. Oh, I actually have to put it in. C drive, save game works for me. Oh, this is not going to work. Okay, just straight where we were. That slot. And then King Quest 1. There we go. Good enough. All right, let's take the perilous journey across the bridge to the west here. Like I said, you gotta know that, like, it's pseudo 3D. It's not entirely 3D, which is why he didn't climb. He was just kind of going straight, which meant that on the bridge he was kind of going diagonally to his left, but whatever. We want to head over here, and right there should be good. Push rock. With a heave and a hoe, you manage to move the rock, revealing a dark hole underneath it. I will accept that. Yeah, don't push it from the front. You'll crush him if you do that. Get dagger in the hole. You reach into the hole and grasp the dagger, being careful not to cut yourself. Yeah, there was a dagger in the hole. Okay. We want to go north from here. And over here, there is a tree. Okay, let's climb the tree. Okay. And we made it. This is a huge tree. Look at the size of Graham versus the tree. We're going to go ahead and save again. And here can be King's Quest 2. We're going to do a lot of saving in this game. I'm not going to lie. There's going to be a ton of saves. This game is very quick to kill you. Much more than any of the other text-based adventure games that we have done, I would say. So if you thought I saved a lot then, wait until you see what I do in this game. Okay, we want to carefully walk along the branch here. I'm going to try to stay in the bright spot. Okay. When we get up here, you can actually use like page up, page down, I believe home and end to walk diagonally, but I never trust it. I just don't trust it. Okay. When we get up here, we can get the egg. The golden egg is so heavy, you almost drop it. Keyword being almost. Okay, let's go ahead and I believe we can just fall from here. So apparently you lost your grip while climbing this tree and you fall to the hard earth below. Ouch. Good news is we've survived. Didn't look like that. Well, it could have been a bad fall, but he landed properly, maybe. Okay, I can also hit tab to get the inventory. I am carrying a dagger and a gold egg, but that doesn't seem to matter all that much right now. Well, I'm sure it will be important later, but that's what we need for now. Okay, from here, I want to walk east. I'm going to go in front of the tree to do this because I don't trust that I can actually go behind the tree and actually see what I'm doing. So we're going to go behind, walk in front of the tree here into what seems to be farmland. And we'll head north here. And okay, so the thing that I'm looking for is not here. So we're going to go south and north again until he shows up. There we go. Wandering on the banks of the lake, you see a cute little elf. All right, talk, elf. You're too far away. Get back here, elf. Can't I shout at the elf? All right, they're coming back. Talk, elf. The elf, impressed by your friendliness, gives you a magic ring. Kind person, know that once, only once, this ring will make you invisible, he says, and then disappears. An elf giving me a ring that turns me invisible. Interesting. Why does the elf have it? What happened to the person that should have it? All right. Let's go west twice from here. It does take a little bit longer to get from, area to area, as is kind of to be expected when you're, slowly walking. I know that they said in the intro to this that he hurriedly walked out of the castle, and I'm like, Graham does not hurry. Just never hurries. Okay, so we made it here, and from here, we want to... did I go past it? No. I thought that we should have been... Yeah, that's back there. It's not where I expected to be. All right. I'm double checking that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. And as far as I can tell, maybe I need to go north once more. And then maybe west from here. Unless that is the area and I'm just not seeing things properly. I don't think that's it, though. Hold on 1 second. All right. So I have figured out what was going on. It's not where the person said it was. I'm always following guides for games like these because I don't want to get lost, and then it happens anyway. We need to go south from here, and then it's actually to the west of this one. So it's 2 west, then 1 south, and 1 west again. And that should take us here, where there's a giant well, right? I was looking at the tree stump going like, that can't be the well that they're talking about. All right, so we have made it. We got stuck a little bit there, but I got us out of it. Okay, walk over here. That seems to be a good spot. We will go behind the bucket, I think, and is where we need to be. Okay. Cut rope. With the rope cut, you are able to take the bucket. And I just have that already. Yes? Yes. I have the bucket. I don't need to actually get it. All right. Let's go over here. And then we will lower the rope. The rope descends into the darkness. Now we can climb the rope. And we hit down in order to actually descend. Okay, we need to go all the way down and fall into the water. And then we tell him to swim. All right, yeah, he doesn't know to swim until you tell him to swim. I don't understand the point. Okay, so we can now dive into the water. Then we need to go down here. That's a giant aluminum can. What's an aluminum can doing in like medieval times? Aluminum's not around till like 1900s. All right, we need to go in here. Uh-oh. That's not good. What do I do here? I need to go in here. I think I need to head back. There we go. Refill bucket. Fill bucket. Not now. All right. Throw water. And then we go over here. Can I do this? Okay. I wasn't close enough. I just needed to make sure that it was working the way that I should. I should have saved before I came in here. All right. Fill bucket. I think it automatically does it, but this doesn't look good. It would help if I could spell the word properly. The water hits the dragon squarely in the mouth, extinguishing its roaring flames. No fire! How mortified and embarrassed the dragon is! Moving a huge boulder and leaving, the dragon creeps off to sulk. And we've basically defeated a dragon? There we go! Okay, we can go over here. And we can get the mirror. Carefully you pick up the magic mirror. And we've done it! We've gotten one of the pieces. That's something, at least. Okay. We need to go back and fill the bucket again. I should probably save once we get this done. But let's go over here. Go get the bucket filled. Okay, so now we have the bucket filled. I'm going to go ahead and save again. And we're going to call this Dragon Quenched. That works for me. You can call it whatever you want. I should be more descriptive about those names. I typically haven't, and I just put numbers on it, but then I never remember what they are. Okay, so once we go through here, we want to continue west out of here. And we'll figure out what we need to do from this point forward. But we got the mirror, and we can now see the future. Apparently we need that to make Daventry rich, although just the treasure chest would have done it in my mind, but what do I know? Once outside the cave, we need to go south a couple times. Oh, that's a real bush. I thought it was a shadow. Every once in a while. All right, there's a goat there. We can ignore the goat. And down here, we should be able to find a tree stump that actually looks empty. So we'll have to look to see if there's anything in there that we want. All right, house there. There we go. All right, look in stump. Inside the old rotted stump, you notice a small canvas pouch. Let's get that. You notice the pouch feels aged and tattered. Let's open the pouch. Cautiously, you open the pouch and see many sparkling and flashing diamonds. Quickly, you close it again so as not to lose any. Hooray, diamonds! All right, up to 54. We're over a third of the way there then. Okay, let's head head west from here. Yeah, if you fall in here, just start swimming, right? Otherwise, you will die. Like, you can drown because he doesn't know how to swim until you tell him. All right, head north here. We'll see the goat again. Just the one. I don't know why you would just have one, but unless they just plan on killing it, because what else are you going to do with it? I don't think you can milk that goat. What do I know, though? Not an expert. Let's head north again. Nope. Let's go over to the west and head north a second time. There we go. A little bit better for me. Then we want to go west. Yes. All right. So here we can find some clovers. I'm going to say clovers, even though I believe clover is also the proper term. Hey, look, this one's got 4. Let's get the 4-leaf clover. After all, it's good luck. The clover is soft, yet you sense a strange strength in it. Because it's got 4 leaves on it. Notice how I can just like walk through the other ones? The one you can't walk through is important. Okay, let's go south from here. And I believe we want to keep showing up here once again until something appears on this screen. I believe this is the one. Are you not going to show up? This is the screen, isn't it? I believe it is, but I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. So I think once again, I'm going to have to drop a save and then just figure out what's going on. So, yeah, nothing's showing up. Let's drop this. We'll call this one waiting for Guffman. Be right back. Well, I probably should have named that save Waiting for Godot because, well, Waiting for Guffman hasn't come out in 1984, but nothing showed up. So, all right, I was here for about 5-10 minutes. Nothing. So we're just going to go west from here and just continue on. I don't think we actually need to get that. So we're just going to move on without it. All right, let's head down here and head into the field. I should be able to get something. I think right here should be fine. There we go. We can get a carrot. You pluck a delicious looking carrot from the fertile soil. That gives you 2 points. I should point out that if you eat it, it'll take the points away, but there's lots of carrots here. So we'll just move on. Let's actually go north from here. And we can go north a couple times from here. I should point out that eventually on the next screen, we will find a river. Do not fall into that river because Graham cannot swim in it. We'll go west from the river here. That is one of the few places where Graham cannot swim, but it's just too fast. And who says I can blame him? It looks very fast. Oh, well, let's go a little bit north and then west from here. Here we can see a bowl here. Don't read the bowl because then you won't get maximum points. I don't fully understand. But we're going to get the bowl. That is impossible from here. There. I thought we were right next to it. I was wrong. You pick up the ceramic bowl. Hooray, we got it. We want to get something from the west of here. And I think we are still fine. We don't necessarily need that other character to show up on the other screen. All right, let's head here and get the walnut. You pluck a nice walnut from the tree. I was going for the one I was standing on, but what do I know? We want to go north from here. And eventually, we will... Oh. It would be a good idea to be careful. Let's just motor out. All right, he's gone. The dwarf was there. You don't want to deal with the dwarf. We'll head east from here. And we want to get... well, there's another powerful river. Don't fall in that. But we can get the pebbles from here. Grab a handful of pebbles. Up to 65. We're making quite a bit of progress. We want to go north from here and then west a few times. Yeah, I'm not sure why that other character wasn't showing up there. It doesn't always show up, but we should, have gotten it eventually. Watch out! There's an ogre nearby. He will crush you in his strong's arm if he catches you. I believe he just, yeah. They disappear, which is nice. I'm just gonna... Oh no! Alright, I eventually need to make it west. And eventually they will let me through, I think. Let's try to head up here. Okay, we should be good. Between the ogre and the dwarf, we somehow managed to escape them all. Let's make it one more screen to the west, and we will figure out what we need to do when we make it inside this person's house. I'm just going to call him a woodcutter because he's got a thing there. Okay. We are going to walk up to him and give our bowl to the woodcutter. Puzzled, the couple wonders why you have given them a bowl. Just somebody walks into your house. Here. All right. So then say Phil. The couple is amazed and delighted as the bowl miraculously fills with a bubbling stew. As a token of their gratitude, they offer their last earthly possession, the woodcutter's fiddle. I will take it. And there is the bowl, or sorry, not the bowl, the fiddle over in the corner. Let's walk over and get it, making sure not to fall through your crumbling home. That's a big fiddle. Everything's big. Graham is just very tiny. The polished wood feels like satin. It seems to still vibrate from the last song it played. Interesting. Okay, we're up to 73. We're almost halfway through. At least points-wise. Let's be careful. Once again, the woodcutter is taller than me while sitting than I am standing. Graham is not a big man. Let's go ahead and walk south out of here. Oh, be careful not to fall into another lake. There's lots of traps and dangers awaiting Graham in the kingdom of Daventry. Why the king wasn't able to get these items himself, or maybe he just didn't know about them until recently. But why he couldn't save the kingdom by himself, I'm not entirely sure. But Graham is here to pick up the slack. Let's walk up to the house. And this one is made out of gingerbread, which seems like something that sounds familiar to me, but we're just going to walk up to it and eat it. Why not? Why wouldn't you eat the gingerbread house? As you begin to eat the house, a squeaky voice from somewhere says, "Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house?" Let's go ahead and save. Let's go ahead and call this one Hansel Graham. And this is how you spell Graham in this version. I don't make the rules. All right. Let's go ahead and go over here. And open the door. Surprise, surprise! The Wicked Witch is home, and now she's after you. We need to go over to the right. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need to do what we need to do here. Rat, she has cast some spell to keep you from escaping, the witch remarks, "Oh, how nice of you to come for dinner." Cackle, cackle. She pokes and pinches you, then states, "This one is too scrawny, so it's into the cage until you fatten up." Smack yum. Yeah, that wasn't supposed to be what happened, but, With a flash, you hear her joyously exclaim, "This has made me feel like flying." And then off she goes. Can I do anything here? Yeah, no. We at Sierra wish to thank you for playing King's Quest. We are pleased to see that you are doing so well and hope that your score will keep improving. All right, let's restore the game. Hansel Graham. I think I need to do it when she's not here. Let's get out. Open door. Okay, she's not here. That's what I need to do. Okay, let's go over here. And go into her bedroom. Now we just need to wait, but while I'm waiting, I can go ahead and, read that. Look. Oh, off in the distance, you hear a high, squeaky voice say, "I can smell someone tasty in my house." Okay. Let's go ahead and save again. Tricky Graham. Okay, so let me make sure that I'm doing everything I need to do here, because I don't want to die again, but I mean, this game, it allows you to die a lot. It happens very quickly. Okay. So we wait for her here. We wait for her here. Look on table. Can I do that? There's a note line. All right, read note. You do not have it. Take note. Grab the note from the table. Read note. Oh no! Like, I didn't mean to do that. I kind of missed the dialogue there. All right, let's reload because I want to actually see the dialogue. All right, so we will wait. Just bad timing on my end. All right. Nobody can see me. I am completely hidden. Nobody knows that I'm here. Yeah, eventually we are going to need to get that note. That we did get points for that. The witch mutters, "I am going to get my oven ready to cook someone for dinner." Yum. I'm sure some people are familiar with the story. Need to go over here. And we're going to try to time this right. Boom. Courageously, you manage to push the witch into the oven where she flashes and melts away in a harmless blob. Congratulations. She is a harmless blob now. Jeez. All right, now we can explore the house kind of all we want. We can open the cupboard here. Inside there's some cheese. We can get that cheese. You pluck the Swiss cheese from the shelf. It's got holes, so therefore it must be Swiss. It's not like any other cheese has holes in it, right? Let's head into the bedroom and get the note here. That will be what we need from here. Boom. Grab the note from the table, up to 88 points. We are well over halfway points-wise to beating the game. So, let's go ahead and leave. And I think this is a good spot for today. So we're going to go ahead and drop another save here. And we're going to call this one Graham the Witch Baker. And I think that is a good spot for today. So we will pick up from here next time. That will do it for this part of King's Quest and this part of Video Games Over Time. I've been ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. I hope you laughed. I hope you learned. And I hope to see you next time for the exciting conclusion of the adventures of Sir Graham in King's Quest. Thanks for watching.